let's explore this. But just really quickly before we get into the video, I just want to say that I do go live on this channel every single Tuesday, 9 p.m. UK time. We're in season 3 at the moment. So I really hope, like, if you ever got a question or there's something on your mind, I'd say come on over, my friends. I most probably will be answering your questions. Okay, so let's understand what's going on here. Okay, so narcissism, again, it is characterized by an inflated sense of self-importance and a need for admiration and a general lack of empathy for other individuals. And the thing is, this doesn't look the same in every single context in cultures. So let's break down some of the cultural variations and influences. So you got individualistic and collectivist cultures. In individual cultures, such as in the United States and many Western cultures, personal achievement and independence is highly valued. It is very celebrated. This is often encouraged. And this is something that is often taught in schools, to be independent. This is to be highly valued, to get on with things, to have critical thinking. This is highly valued, and this environment can foster more overt and grandiose forms of narcissism, where individuals are encouraged to stand out and seek personal success. So if that is encouraged, you're going to want to be the best. Doesn't matter whose head you trod on. To basically be the best, you need to outshine everybody else. So there is this competition that exists. And again, this can be taken too far. If this is something that you have had exposure to within your early life experiences, for example, you come from a family where there is a lot of siblings, you have to outshine the rest of them to be able to get the attention that you need. Doesn't necessarily make you narcissistic, but this is one aspect of it. For example, if you are someone who have not been noticed in your family setting as a child, to be able to outshine the rest, this is something that is going to be your motivation. So you having a grandiose sense of self, a sense of entitlement, this means that you are going to be able to achieve this individualistic culture. You're going to be able to get your needs met. If you are outshining everybody else, if you are doing, what it is that you need to be, you are going to achieve success. And you are going to be celebrated for that. And so that's going to motivate you to be able to want to do that even more. And personal success is going to be seen as a huge validation to you. On the other hand, in collectivist cultures, such as in Japan and many East Asian cultures, the emphasis is on group harmony, on family, reputation, and on social conformity. Here, narcissistic traits might manifest more subtly. So you've got a more covert way of expressing that. Instead of seeking individual glory, a narcissist might focus on how they can enhance the status of their group or their family, blending personal ambition and communal values. So it's going to be more about boosting their kind of internal group, their family, so that person looks amazing. They're going to boost their family so they have a high standing in society, and they will make sure that they advertise that, because again, they are getting and seeking attention outwardly, and when they're getting that makes them feel good because they're getting their needs met, they're getting noticed, they're getting that attention, and that's what makes them very important. Even though, okay, it might be the head of the family, or it might be the wife, or whoever it is, they're getting their family noticed, their name. And again, that is the admiration that they are seeking. And this leads into the next point, cultural attitude towards self-promotion. In cultures that value humility and modesty, overt narcissist behaviors like bragging and self-promotion are often frowned upon. However, narcissistic individuals might still find ways to seek admirations, such as through subtle displays of achievements, by excelling in roles that are socially recognized and respected. Now, for example, certain cultures really celebrate being a doctor, being an accountant, being a nurse, maybe in more medical professions, accountancy. So that person will make sure that they study hard enough to be able to achieve that status. And again, when they get that status, it makes them feel absolutely amazing. Well, of course, look, let's not beat it around the bush. Going to medical school or being an accountant is challenging. I know, because I've studied psychology. So I know how much work has to be put into that to be able to reach that status. But what I'm talking about here is when somebody goes over the top, and they seek that personal gratification, it's done for themselves. It's not about something a cause that they believe in. Like becoming a surgeon, you might not necessarily believe in that cause, but the fact that you've just got the title and you've got doctor in front of your name, that is what serves you. And that's ultimately what we're trying to look at here, is the cultural attitudes towards self-promotion. You feel good because you're seeking admiration and you're doing it through subtle displays of achievements. And that's what enables you to excel in these roles. And that's when you become recognized and respected. And there's also the influence of cultural narratives and myths. For example, the whole notion of self-made myth in Western cultures, this is huge. This is so massive. Promotes the idea that anyone can achieve greatness. You can be amazing through your own efforts, okay, which can encourage narcissistic traits even more so. And it will make you work harder. It will make you want to achieve that. That's what makes you feel good. So cultures with strong communal myths might see narcissistic behaviors redirected towards enhancing the group's well-being rather than individual glory. So in Western cultures, it's more about individual glory, whereas in more kind of Eastern cultures is more about a group, about family. But if you look at it, the similarities is that this person, okay, wants to achieve this through greatness, through efforts, through encouragement, because it serves a need. It's that validation within that person. So ultimately, they're seeking personal validation. It is not done for the greater good, but more about being validated from others. It's about getting that external validation from another person. It's important, okay, to understand that these cultural variation doesn't mean narcissism is absent in any given culture. It shows itself in very many different ways, and it manifests in different ways because it's expressed differently. And that's what we have to look at, is what is based on the cultural values and the social norms. Why is it being manifested? Narcissists exist in every culture, okay? It doesn't mean that a certain culture is more narcissistic than another. It just exists in that. And understanding this can help in creating more effective strategies for managing these narcissistic behaviors across different cultural contexts. So I know that this has been quite an interesting topic. I would like to go deeper into it. If you are interested in certain topics or points that I've raised in this video that you'd like me to discuss more, maybe even in a separate video, please do put this in the comments section, because I think there's so much more. I think this is just a great kind of general way of looking at it, but I do feel like there's so much more to kind of look at. And I did get asked this question, is there more cultures or certain cultures that are more narcissistic than others? And I would say no, because it's expressed differently in different cultures. So that's what I would say. So what can we take away from this? Recognizing the cultural context of narcissism can help us to better understand and address these behaviors. So if you have found this video insightful, please consider giving it a thumbs up or sharing it. Or if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to the channel, because I'd love that. That would be amazing. Thank you. And if you have any thoughts, please do put them in the comments section. And please know that I do offer one-to-one consultations. Please see the description box for more details. Guys, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.